Hey, yo, what's good? You know what it is. You back rocking with another episode of No More Timeouts. You here with your boy Rosh and JJ. You know, we back with another one.
Back again. What's up, brother? How you doing? Doing all right?
Yeah, nothing, man. Just trying to figure out how I can take over the world.
One day at a time, but we gonna get there, man.
One day at a time, man. Just chilling, man. Another week, good week. Finally, a weekend where I didn't do much. Got to stay home. I think I'm gonna try to repeat it again today.
Yeah.
Just need some solidarity. But other than that, it was a cool week. Do want to give a quick shout out to a great friend of mine that passed a couple years. It's like 15 years ago. No, not 15 years ago. Yeah, it was 15 years ago. I'm sorry, 15 years ago. My boy Bug Shamari. Just a quick tidbit on that. Everybody that listens and people that don't know who he is. We actually ended up transferring to high schools together. I went from Irvington to Newark, and we both transferred in around the same time, and we met. Became the transfer kids, and we ended up kicking it all the time, and became really close friends. And unfortunately, a couple of years after high school, we lost him to a car accident, and it's been hard. It's always been tough. He was a glue of our group, I would say. Our big group. We had a big group of friends, and he was kind of one of the people that kept us together. The glue. And it was just hard. It was cool though, because last weekend we all celebrated, which was the day of his death. We celebrated on Sunday. We all met up, a couple of friends. I know some of y'all that follow me seen the video that I posted from when we all kicked it, and it was good to see everybody, the close ones to him, and talk good stories about him. But with that being said, Boog, this is to you. I love you, my brother. I miss you. If there's always something you told me was, I'm meant for something, how I believed, and I've been pushing for that ever since. And I always told myself I wouldn't give up on myself, because you never allowed me to give up on myself, and you never allowed, anybody or yourself to give up. You are the epitome of what I called survival, and what I call today survival, and you instilled that in me, and I've been definitely doing that. So, Bug, I love you. I miss you. I'm gonna forever carry your name, and I know everybody else will. And that's for you, man. Happy birthday. I know we're a little late, but happy birthday, my dog.
Respect, man. I always see you guys getting together. I know a few of you guys individually, so I always see you guys celebrating his birthday. So, keep that going forever. It's always going to give you guys a chance to get back together. And, because as we get older, man, we always go in our separate ways. So it's definitely going to bring you guys together for, to celebrate him. So respect to that.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
But man, with that being said, let's get on with it. We had a big week in football, man. Big week.
We did, man. Let's start with last week's games. I think last week's games there wasn't the best matchups, I would say, to be honest with you. I was like, there's not too many exciting games this week, and we'll get into the highlight game of this week. But last week's big game, obviously, wherever the Niners or the Eagles are playing are going to be the marquee games, to be honest. And we talked about the Niners going to Cleveland last week, but I think both of us, listening back to the pod, I think we both were like, I don't know if Cleveland's going to be able to move the ball enough, but their defense is legit. We both said that. So, so they went to Cleveland, and they did take their first L. But what's your thoughts, seeing that game?
So I watched most of that game. And I one thing that's been upsetting me with all the analysts, everybody looking at it, they're taking away from what Cleveland did and trying to say what the Niners didn't do. And I think that's just unfair to Cleveland. They played a hell of a game with their backup quarterback, not even their backup, their third string quarterback. Somebody that's not PJ Walker, let's be honest. If anybody can find me a PJ Walker Browns jersey, I'll buy it tomorrow.
Maybe an XFL PJ Walker.
Maybe you know what I'm saying? But it was crazy to see. I think, like I said this last pod. I feel that, and I've actually said this to Niner fans. Matter of fact, let me touch on this. All you Niner fans that were super upset about whatever the hell I had said last week, which I don't understand, because I gave y'all a lot of flowers last week if you really listened.
I
They
seen
was
the
tight, bro.
Instagram. I seen the Instagram.
Tight.
They was coming.
It
They
was
was they
tight.
was getting up in them comments.
Hey, yeah, it was comments, boy. Let me show you. Let me show you the DMs. Be good, Jesus, boy. I was over here getting. Hey, but bro, I even got to my own cousin. You know what I'm saying? Hell, he was super upset. I was like, bro, did you like listen to the pod? Like, cause I really actually gave y'all credit, and I was only talking shit about that one fan, that person, a person of that stature. And if you're not a person of that stature, you shouldn't be upset. And I actually had to tell one dude, if you mad, that might be
So
you.
the only thing I have to say is if that was a Dolphins fan, if that's a Ravens fan, if that's any team, right? Are you gonna have the same energy for that?
Easily. And you know
Then
that
then
because I
then I
love
feel like
football.
there's really no debate on that. If you can keep
And
the
that's
same
what,
energy for any other
yeah.
team for that same, same type of, and we talked about this. We talked about that too.
And I
So
told
as long as you
everybody
keep the
that.
same energy for any other team too.
And I literally said it. I said, let that be a Raider fan. What did I say? I'm slapping him in the back of the
And
head. I'm taking the jersey and I'm escorting them out. It's no
yeah,
different. It's
yeah.
more so the fact of that's a legend. Let's just be real. That is a legend in the NFL. And the fact of the matter is that he's on the team you're cheering for and you don't know him. Like that's at the end of the day. Now you're proving my point. And I'm not even saying it to prove my point to say that I'm right, but you're proving my point. And the fact of the matter is, you know what I'm saying? Like that's one of those people that, all right, you're new to the game, admit it, just sit down and shut the fuck up and enjoy the season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until you learn things, until you really know what's going on, don't engage in conversations with other fans, discrediting other fans and discrediting teams and talking shit because you think it's cool. That's not cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, we are fans of teams because that's who we enjoy. Allow us to cheer for these teams and not have to feel scrutinized for who we're cheering for. You know what I'm saying? And that, I think that is the thing that irks me the most, because at the end of the day, I've seen that the most with a lot of fans, but whatever people we met, I see that a lot with Niner fans, and it sucks because you guys are good. Be humble. You know what I'm saying? If you guys would be humble with the victories you're getting, I'm pretty sure that quest for six that you guys been on for the last 15, 20 years, y'all gonna
See,
get it.
you see. You see, but if you didn't watch the pod last week or you didn't listen, go back and listen to the pod last week. I feel like we did get flowers. So go back, watch it if you haven't watched it. But let me just ask again about last week's game.
Yes,
So
yes. We'll go back to that. I'm sorry.
so Brock Purdy, that was his first time with adversity, right?
Yes.
I've
And you
been
asked
waiting
for
for
that.
this.
And you
I was
asked for that.
asking for it.
Yeah,
That's the
you did.
real NFL. The real
Yeah.
NFL, you have problems where
Yeah.
somebody gets hurt. DEEBO left, McCaffrey left, right? Now it's on you, bro. You got to make the plays. And he struggled,
Yeah.
but he held his own, though. I'll give it to him at the end. He at least put them in position to win the game. Now their kicker missed, and I remember, it's funny because I remember when we had Travis and Jasper on, one of the questions I asked them, are you worried about the kicking game? You've had Robbie Gould forever.
Yeah.
Are you worried about this? You got a rookie kicker coming into a high temperature situation.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. I asked him that question. So, hey, he missed. He's gonna have plenty more opportunities, but I don't know.
At the end of the day, I'd rather in a Niner fan listening to this, I hope you take heed. You should rather him miss it now than miss it later.
Let's see what he's made
You know
of. I think you're gonna learn a lot more about him.
He's gonna learn. He's gonna learn.
Yeah.
But did you see all the memes going around while people said it? The one from like the Hangover where they said this is the Niners GM calling Robbie Gould. It was the dude from Hangover. And he goes,
Hey, he's out there.
but and like how you said he needed adversity, and that's for real. But he held his own. I seen somebody actually, another analyst. I can't exactly put my finger on it because I just watched it last night. But he was saying, if you really look at it, bro, like Purdy was the baller in that game. He actually held his own for not having his weapons, and he did what he was supposed to do. Regardless of how the game went, he did with his job. He got them down the field, put them in position to win the game. So at the end of the day, it's not on him. And like I said, to this day, I do think Brock Purdy is the perfect person for that system, and he showed that he can do it. So now it's just on the rest. But it also just showed one thing, and I will say this, that Niners defense ain't the same. The people are starting to figure it out. There's certain things you can't do against them, and you can. And people are starting to notice you run the ball at Bosa. The people on the backside, they're not going to stop your play. And the only people you got to worry about is blocking those linebackers, because those safeties, at least you get to that level, you're already making 6 to 7 yards. And that's what the Browns did. They ran the ball, and just they controlled the game, kept the Niners on the sideline. But at the end of the day, it was a crazy game. If any Niners fan can attest, I would say it was good for you to lose now. I still think you guys are a favorite to win the Super Bowl, to be honest. But it was cool. But let's talk about the other side, the Eagles. Let's talk about these Eagles.
Before we get to that, there is some beef that came after the game. I feel like since we already on this, I mean, DEEBO, CJ Gardner-Johnson, which is a cornerback, defensive back for the Detroit Lions, which is the Lions are rolling. So they walking around with their chest out right now. And I respect it. They definitely feeling themselves. They have never been in this situation. So they're not apologizing to anybody. They coming in how and it's followed by their coach. Their coach has made them this way, right? They're not humble about it. They're coming in talking loud when they walk through the door. So he was on IG, CJ Gardner-Johnson. If you haven't seen the video, go check the video out. He was on IG Live, basically telling DEEBO, "You're a running back. Keep that same energy when we see you, because we are going to see you." And I actually do hope that some round, regardless of what round, that they do see each other, because they both are very similar to how they play. So,
and the funny thing was, he reminded me of, I don't know if you've seen that video that goes around a long time ago about that freestyle rapper who says, I'm gonna let you know we ain't gonna be friends after this. you know the vulgar expression all New Yorkers be telling you, and that was funny because that's how I felt. But at the end of the day, I respect CJ Gardner-Johnson, because if there's one thing that Detroit was always lacking, was that type of dog, that physical.
They never had that
person that's out there letting you know, like, boy, you walk across this field, we finna hit you in the mouth. Like, they never had that. They never had somebody that was letting you know, like, what we here to do. And their defense has been doing what they damn thing. And I'll give CJ Gardner-Johnson props. He went over there and not being the most highly touted person, and he's turned that, not him alone, but he's definitely put that defense with a different mentality, and they've been playing like it. It was funny though, because DEEBO was, talking kind of spicy.
You seen that video? I actually forgot that was him who got his chain snatched. I didn't even remember that.
It was.
I remember that video, but I didn't remember that was CJ.
It was. So it was. He did, but if you really think about it, CJ knew what he was doing. He already got into the dude's skin before, and he knew the dude was doing it so blatantly. That was one of those things like, well, go ahead, bro. I got my helmet on. It's a chain. I got millions of dollars. I'll buy another one. You can smack me 3 times.
Somebody in the helmet is crazy to me.
You gonna be suspended, and I'm gonna play the next game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good. I did my job. I got you to act out of character. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he does. I've noticed that. That's what CJ Gardner-Johnson does. He tries to get people out of their character because it takes them out of their game. But he did get smacked up. It was funny as hell. But
DEEBO's gonna do that too. But I want to see that matchup at some point. I do.
But you want to know something? Then I'm gonna keep it a bean. CJ better not try to go head up with that nigga, because DEEBO gonna run him the fuck over. Like,
he said he's a running back, so he's already saying he might. You know what I mean? So he gonna run that boy
the fuck over. Yeah. Route wise, he might be right. I said the same thing. DEEBO, he's not the best route runner, but when the ball is in his hand and you're in his way, come on, bro.
I'm gonna pray for you for sure. So let's talk about the Eagles. They actually are not undefeated either. They lost also. So what's going on with the Eagles, man? Like, I'm
not even gonna say it to the Eagles.
Huh?
That was the Jets, boy. That was that Jets defense.
It just don't look right. And because I got Devontae Smith in fantasy, and I see that they're not using him like they used to. Yeah. I'm like, why are we not using? He was so big last year, and it's 7 games into the season, and they're not using him like they used to. So, and it's Jalen Hurts, throwing picks. I don't know, man. Maybe it is the Jets, but I'm seeing it from the Eagles side, and it just doesn't look the same to me.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna say this. Just to that game, I'm gonna go back to what I said a long time ago. If Aaron Rodgers was playing for the Jets would be probably either undefeated or close to it. That defense is for real. Like, let's not front, let's not act, let's not lie. Their defense is for real. The only reason why they've won any game that they've won is because of that defense, and they are over here balling. And they showed that. They showed that they're able to stop anybody. And I feel like I'm happy for them to do this. I want them to dominate because I want them to show these teams like y'all know what would have happened if A-Rod was here, right? Like I hope y'all ready for next year at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like I hope y'all ready because go ahead, enjoy it now. Because next year, we finna come in, we finna run this shit. And that's
that
what
man
defense
is
is
already
doing.
walking around with no cast on. What did he? Hey man, somebody gonna have to look into what type of doctor he got, because I don't.
Hey, like
you can't tell me that's
thing.
legal. I'm not a doctor, but you can't tell me that's legal that he's already walking off an Achilles.
Hey, look, I'm gonna quote a Kanye line. Since Magic Johnson got a cure for AIDS and all these broke motherfuckers passing away.
When you got money, man, I'm telling you
got
what
money,
what you can. Yeah, cheers to
figure
that, because we already know what it is. We know what it is.
Hey, but at the end of the day, I hope he doesn't come back though. It's a waste. You're not going to be 100%. You guys already are not in a position to go to anything. All these other teams already got a lot on you. By the time you come back, you're probably going to be like 5 and fucking 12. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not going to have a chance. Don't put yourself in that position to get hurt again. Like wait it out. I feel like that's the thing where like same thing with like Cam Akers when he came back when they were in the Super Bowl. It was like bro, like they really didn't need you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like let's be real. You played good, but they really didn't need you. Now you put yourself in a risk to get hurt again.
See, and Cam Akers actually had an Achilles, and he came back within like 6 months. Like he tore his in training camp, and he came back like Super Bowl. So that was like 6 months. And if A-Rod's trying to come back in half that time, oh yeah. Something's going on out there. But okay, but back to the Eagles though. Back to the Eagles. So you feel like they're okay. You don't feel like there's no issues. It's more what the Jets were doing as opposed to the Eagles.
For that game, yes. But we talked about it last week. They are a little shaky. I do see things, but I also think it's just more so the fact of I think it's their offensive coordinator trying to figure out what to do because he's new into the position of calling these plays. The one they had before was somebody that was seasoned. He knew what to do. He was good. Because if you ever noticed that it's like a game of halves for them. Either the first half is good or the second half is good. They never played a complete game. And so it's one of those things where I think the offensive coordinator sees to figure it out. And like I said, at the end of the day, no team that lost the Super Bowl the year before or even close to what they're doing right now. So I think the Eagles are on the understanding of like when the Niners did it. Remember they lost to the Chiefs. And the next year they didn't do that good. They did good, but they didn't do hella good. And they still went in and ran the table pretty much in the playoffs, even playing a bunch of away games. And then winning, I think that's what the Eagles mentality is right now. We're good enough to the point, like as long as we get there, we got a chance to win it. No matter if we're playing here, there, in Dubai or in Africa, it don't matter. We're going to have a chance to win wherever we're at. And I think that's the one thing that while I think their coaching staff is understanding that they have holes to figure out. So they're going to figure it out during the season. As long as they have a good enough record and make it to the playoffs, they don't really have an issue.
All right. So I need you to rank for me the Eagles, Lions, and Niners right now. Who's 1, 2, and 3?
Damn, I'm probably going to get shot for this shit.
Hey, come on.
I'm going 3 up. 3 Eagles.
3
just because they got some shit to figure out. They've lost too many. They lost the offense and defensive coordinators, so they need to figure some shit out. Number 2, the Niners. I'm only saying number 2, the Niners, because I told you, bro. I'm telling you, and I stand by this, and I've been standing by this for years, bro. They don't have a secondary, and the minute a quarterback realizes it, they get carved, bro. And that is the way they lose these games. I'm telling you. And that's the only thing. And that's the only reason why I'm saying that. I'm giving 1 to Detroit because Detroit's never done this before, and they have been beating teams that you are not expecting them to beat. And they know who they are. They know their identity, and they're doing it, and they're sticking to it, and it's working. You know what I'm saying? They are running the ball like crazy. Come on, David Montgomery is like the number 3 ranked running back in fantasy right now. Like David fucking Montgomery, my nigga. Like let's be real. Like Jared Goff, who got traded from a team who went and won the Super Bowl the year he got traded, is out here balling. You know what I'm saying? Amon-Ra is unstoppable. Let's be real. Jameson Williams is here now. He's about to be blowing the top of the defense. You see what it is. They all buy in. Their coach makes them buy in. The coach literally told Jameson Williams, no block, no ball. You know that run where Montgomery broke off? I think it was like a 30, 40-yard run he ran. Guess what Jameson Williams did? Laid a block. You know what I'm saying? That shows a coach that has his locker room dialed in and a team that is there to prove people wrong. And I'm only saying that Detroit is number one because they all know the goal and they're all on the mission and they're all playing selfless football. Like I said, I do still feel, I will say that right now. And I need y'all to understand that. I'm saying right now. I'm not saying who I think is going to win it all. I'm just saying right now, I think Detroit is number one. But I do think the Niners will win it all. To be honest.
Okay, now that's fair, and I'm cool with that ranking. Like, just remember a couple weeks ago, I said the Niners won September, right? And I feel like Detroit's kind of winning October, right? Yeah. They got us next week on Monday Night Football. So and not taking my fandom for the Raiders out of it, they should dog us on national TV. Like, if you on national TV, you should make a statement and do that, right? Yeah. But I just want to see more. So we're going to see, like you said, it's right now. One other thing I want to, before we go on to these week's games, the Miami Dolphins, we've been talking a lot about them. They are putting up record numbers every week. And I got to ask, do you think this is the best offense you've ever seen? Just because statistically they are, but obviously that's just stats, whatever. Do you think this is the best offense ever?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me jump in here first because
the only reason why I'm saying is because, bro, there's no stopping them. Like, they stopped their self. Like, it don't even make sense. They literally took their coach took the Shanahan system and perfected it, and then he turned around. You know what I'm saying? And but then the weapons he has on the other side, nothing against Ayuk, nothing against DEEBO, nothing against the dudes they got over there. But they got Tyreek Hill. They got Jalen Waddle. They have Mostert. They have Divine H. They have a 4x1 team that has a chance to complete the Olympics, my nigga.
But seriously, like 3 of those guys are like world class. Even Waddle too, but they're like world class
track stars,
sprinters, like world class. So statistically, they were comparing them, and it's funny because this is when I knew I was like the biggest sports nerd ever. Is when the greatest show on turf, the Rams, back in the day, when we were young ass kids. But I remember specifically the Rams were playing, and all my friends, we was gonna like specifically. I don't remember why I remember this, but they were getting ready to play a playoff game, and this is like the greatest team that anybody had seen offensively, right? And I remember there was a Royal Rumble, and me and my friends were about to watch it, and I was like, "Yo, let's turn on the Rams game," and everybody was like, "We're like kids," and they was like, "What?" Like, people was mad as hell that I was trying to watch the Rams over at Royal Rumble. But anyways, I feel like I agree. I kind of agree with you, but I just, man, the Bills game kind of is in my back of my head. How they kind of, the Bills game still gives me a little pause. That's all I'm gonna say. That Bills game did mess with me a little bit.
So thinking about it, you're right. To say ever, it is hard, but the only reason why I'm saying ever, because for me, from what I've witnessed, ain't nobody putting up 70 points in the game. Ain't nobody putting up 40 points with ease. Ain't nobody over here.
No A-chain either.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things where I just think that they have the ultimate weapons and nobody's be able to figure it out. I will say that to say ever, I may have to do a little more thinking. You caught me on the hot seat, but I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes for now.
Questions, man. That's what I'm here.
I'm still gonna stand by my yes for now because at the end of the day, their offense is really prolific and they have people in the right positions.
The only other one I can think of, just like off the top of my head, without giving it thought, is that Randy Moss here with New England. That's like the other one that I really. I just think about that team and how
that was a fucking cheat code, bro.
That team, like, yeah. So that's the only other one I can think off the top of my head was just like that didn't even make sense. That was so.
You know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of when you play Madden as a kid and then you would play the career mode and you would try to do trades, and the trade wouldn't go through, but you could force it because you're playing the game with the Randy Moss trade, and your team now becomes the most unstoppable team in the league.
Yeah.
That's what that reminds me of, because bro, that's fucked up.
So that leads me into this week's big game of the year, Dolphins Eagles, which we talked about both of those teams. I gotta see that, man. I'm locked into that one. Eagles Dolphins. Come on.
I literally told myself Sunday, I ain't doing shit. I'm watching that.
Is that the game. Sunday night? Is it Sunday afternoon?
I think it's Sunday night, because Monday night is damn, who plays Monday night? Is it Sunday?
Let me see real quick.
I want to look.
I'm checking right now. It is a Sunday night game, and then Minnesota Niners is Monday night.
Niners are Monday night. Yeah, see, that's what I knew. It is Sunday night, and that's why I'm like, I'm juiced. I told myself Sunday our game's early, so I'm gonna go watch my game early. I'm gonna go chill, come home. I'm not gonna be too drunk. I'm gonna make sure I do, make sure I clean up, chill out. I already told the girl, leave me alone. I need to watch this game. I need to see what's going on. I'm gonna be tuned in, because at the end of the day, this is a possible Super Bowl matchup. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So it's something that would be cool to see. I would definitely like to see the Eagles up against the Dolphins up against a formidable defense, and I definitely would like to see the Eagles up against trying to keep up, because that's what they're gonna have to do if it ever runs into this. I could definitely. This is my thought about this for this game. The Dolphins have a chance to show that they can be the best team in the league and beat the best team in the league, and also have a chance to show all the teams in the division of the Eagles, and honestly, just on that whole side, just to show them that, hey, look, y'all make it to the Super Bowl. Just understand what you about to run into. You know what I'm saying? Because my eyes, I don't see anybody beating the Dolphins to make it to the Super Bowl. It's gonna be tough. I do like the Chiefs. I don't think the Chiefs are what the Chiefs are anymore. I think
they play next week. Yeah, they play in like Germany or something next week. Chiefs. And
I think them losing Tyreek is starting to come through, which is cool. They did re-sign Mecole Hardman. I think that's a good thing for them. And I also think that at the end of the day, I don't know what's up with the Bills, to be honest, bro. I know I picked them to win it early, but I don't know what's going on with them. We might be seeing the start of a decline. But other than that, I can't wait to see this game. I'm so excited, bro. Like, and I'm honestly very happy for Tua, bro, because he's been like scrutinized as hell since he's been drafted, and for him to come out here and do what he's doing now, I'm like, hats off to Tua. Like, man, shout out to Tua.
Shout out to Tua, man. And he just seems like a good guy. Like, I feel like, I would get along with him if he was in the room. So shout out to Tua. All right, so that's it for football. Oh, hold on. We got to talk about our Raiders. We didn't talk about them last week. Now, we 3-3.
You was about to skip us after we just got a win?
No, I know. We didn't even talk about them last week, which is crazy, because I feel like we was just like, okay, yeah, we were supposed to do that. Like, the Packers aren't that great. They didn't have Aaron Jones. We at home on Monday night. We didn't even talk about that. But last week, another one. We supposed to beat the Patriots. They got nothing, right? So they take care of business. Jimmy Garoppolo gets hurt right before the half, falls down. It looks like, I swear I still need to see, where did he get hurt on that play? But he gets up. Hold on before you go there, because he was like, hold on. But he hurts his back. He has to go to the hospital. For people that don't know, man went to the hospital. Brian Hoyer comes in, just keeps it even, kill, doesn't do nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And we win again.
Except for throw the ball down the field.
He throws the ball. Trey Tucker gets a bomb, right? No. Now, there was so much that came out of that game. Devontae Adams is saying, bro, I need the ball. Not because I'm selfish like that, but because if I don't get the ball, we cannot get to the next level as an offense if I don't get the ball. And he knows that, and he's right. So Garoppolo's out this week. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Which is true, right?
Yeah.
Which is true.
Very true. Yeah.
So Jimmy G is out this week. Brian Hoyer is starting. We're in Chicago. There's no Justin Fields. How you feel? How you feeling about our team though? We're 3-3. We back in it.
No.
Does it feel good?
Did you ever see the Raider fan mad that we're 3-3?
It doesn't feel good, right? I don't know why.
I'm so mad that we're 3-3. I literally
feel great.
Before the game started, we were sitting there. I told you guys, we met with my boys last Sunday to chill. So the Niners played first, we played second. Before the game started, I literally was talking to my boys like, shit, I want us. I hope I've said this on this podcast, so nobody can act stupid. I want us to lose. I know I'm here for Caleb and Caleb only. I don't care right now. This season is a watch to me. I'm not trying to over here go 800, 500 and turn around for no reason and not make the playoffs and not even have a chance to do anything. I don't want that. At the end of the day, let's set ourselves up for next year. Let's be honest. That was what I told my boy, right? And then game going on. At the end of the day, I'm a fucking fan. If my team is scoring, winning the game, I'm gonna cheer, regardless of how it is what I want. My boy walks up to me, he goes, "You are so fake." I was like, wait, and hold on, I'm saying the name too. My nigga Ray knows himself. I'm calling you out. He called me fake as shit. And I was like, why? He was like, you was just got done telling me how you want him to lose and y'all winning, you cheering. I said, what kind of fan would I be if I don't cheer when we're winning?
Yeah, but as in the moment, you're watching a game and you're like, you're not going to cheer for them to lose. But once they lose, you're like, okay, that's probably better for us, right?
Get it.
But this is 3-3, and we haven't beat anybody that is a good team. We have no signature wins to get to 3-3. So, like I said, we got Detroit next week on Monday night. You go to Detroit and beat them. Okay, now I'm excited about the season again.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I'll be excited, right?
And you know that's crazy. What did I say before we started about our defense?
What?
Do you know what our defensive ranking is now? I haven't looked it up.
Do we have a defense?
We are for sure, I think, under 15. I think we're under 15 or under 20 right now, ranked wise. I have to look.
Turnovers.
Bro, hey, look, if there's any Raider player or organization person that is secretly listening to our episodes and played it to somebody, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, because I've been calling these niggas out for years, and I'll keep doing it if that's what it is. But why now? Can we do this next year? Like, bro, I'm just saying, bro. Come on.
We haven't forced turnovers in 10 years as a defense. Maybe 15.
All of a sudden. But I'm happy. As a fan, as a real fan, I'm happy. It's good to see. It's good to win. It's good. It's amazing to win. It's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling to not sit here and suck. But y'all know I just have mixed emotions. I just want to have a future. I want a quarterback for the future. I want something something to look forward to. I want to be consistently good year after year after year.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you.
So that's why I feel how I feel. But just to speak on our team, at least we're beating the teams we're supposed to beat. And I think that's the one thing that I'm happy about. I don't want to see us getting blown out by teams that we're not supposed to fucking beat, because that's not where we're supposed to be, because that's some shit that would happen the years prior. We were losing games to niggas we fucking supposed to beat.
Last year.
That's just fucking ridiculous.
Last year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's amazing to see. As a fan, it's cool. It does suck for draft stock, but at the end of the day, I know if we want to go get one of these quarterbacks, we want to sell the farm regardless of where our pick is. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it, because at the end of the day, the Bears fucking suck, and the fucking Carolina Panthers got a rookie quarterback, and they got to figure it out. So them 2 picks is going to be high regardless. The Bears have a very good chance of getting 1 and 2. We just going to have to suck and sell the Bears a dream and a bunch of picks and a bunch of money to try to get that one. You know what I'm saying?
It's already over. Yeah, it's already over for the first pick, because I don't know who Carolina is going to beat. And they look like the worst team to me. I just
need to pull off. Look, this is what I need, right? We probably going to win like 2 more, maybe. You know what I'm saying? No. We going to win.
I said 7, I think, or 8. I don't remember what we said. I think I said 7 or 8. I could see that, because we still got the Giants. We got this one against the Bears this week. And we got the Jets. Like, I feel like, and the Chargers, we normally beat them when we play them at home. So, So
I'm thinking 3 more, to be honest. I just need these other teams to win a couple. You know what I'm saying? At least let us get the 3rd or 4th pick, or the 5th or 6th pick, so we can make it enticing. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want
Yeah.
out of looks. And hopefully, you never know if we do end up with not with the top draft pick, and you never know what happens in the offseason. You know, quarterbacks move, quarterbacks leave, so you never know. But I just really hope we get an opportunity to get him, because I really don't like many others, but maybe besides that Michael Penix Jr. kid. I don't like Bo Nix too much. Bo Nix has been in fucking college for 6 years. If it takes you 6 years in college to get this good, that's just ridiculous.
What about North Carolina Drake May? Have you
I think
seen
he's
him
too
yet?
small. I think
Okay.
he's too small. Kind of how I felt about not Stroud, but Bryce Young. That's just my only thing. But at the end of the day, I never know. You don't know. But hey, it's good to see us win. I love the Raiders to the death of me. I will always cheer for us when we win. It's great to see, and I do hope we get a couple more. You know, I do hope we beat these teams we're supposed to. And if we come out and beat Detroit next week, I'll definitely be very, very happy. But I'm not going to sit here and try to put these expectations on our team when I know at the end of the day we are still trying to figure things out, and everything in our whole organization is all fucked up right now. And so, like, I just can't wait till this is all resolved, and we're to a team that, you know, we can wake up every morning and expect to win, instead of wake up every morning and not know what we're gonna get.
If you want me to take you serious, you have to beat Chicago tomorrow. Let me just say that first and foremost. If you want me to be real about it, I better see a strong performance. I understand they have a backup and we have a backup, but besides the quarterback situation, we are just better than them. So
Yeah,
we got the best player on the field in Max Crosby. So I just, if you really want me to take you serious, you got to go beat them. I don't care, regardless of the situation. Last thing on the Raiders, are you okay with them going with Hoyer over Aiden O'Connell to start this game?
I know why they're doing it. I told this to my boy last week. If we would have lost last week, we'd be seeing AOC. Just to see what he can do, knowing that our season is kind of at the point where we got to just figure out what we got. The fact that we won last week and we're 3-3 and we're actually second in the division right now, we have a chance at doing something. So I think that I get why they're doing it. And also, one thing we've noticed about Brian, he pushes the ball down the field in good situations, not how AOC was kind of forcing it down the field in bad situations.
He was holding on to the ball really long too.
Yeah,
like really long. You got to just, make your decision and just run with it. Go with it.
Yeah. So that's why I know why we're starting Brian. So at the end of the day, right now, I'm here for it. I don't really have much to judge on it. I'm just here for it. I just want to see what happens, and I just hope at the end of the season I hope that next year the person that I want will be here for us. And if it's not, that's not going to make me not cheer anymore. But I'm praying.
Tomorrow will be Josh Jacobs' best game of the season. I feel like that. I can see.
I see like 150 tugs.
Yeah, I can see it easily being his best game of the year tomorrow. But we leaving football, man. It is my time to shine. It is basketball season. I am here. All right, so I was in the Bay last week for you guys that don't know and don't follow me. I was in there for a work trip, and I was staying in San Francisco. I had an evening off, so I, shout out to my guy Nick. We went to high school together. He lives in San Francisco. He's like, "Yo, I got a ticket to, got some tickets to the game. You want to go?" I was like, "Let's go." So I went to the preseason game. By far the best preseason game I've ever seen in my life. It was crazy. Definitely a game winner. It was crazy. But yeah, shout out, man. It's definitely basketball season. Warriors, Suns, Tuesday night. The Nuggets get their rings on Tuesday. There's so much, man. We can go any way you want. So I'm gonna let you just choose where you want to go from here. But basketball is back next week. How you feeling?
Juiced.
Yeah,
I'm juiced. You want to know why I'm juiced? Because I watched the preseason game last night, and to watch what I see Chris Paul has already done with our young guys and the people in the second unit and the confidence he is giving them. I am fucking excited, bro. Did you see Kuminga dribbling the ball up the court? He was playing point forward last night, and Chris Paul was giving him the ball. Like, nah, look, here, little dude, go do what you do, bro. I literally said, all right, look, because I remember we had this conversation about the Chris Paul thing. You weren't too happy. I told you what it was going to do, and I see it happening. And if Chris Paul can do that, I don't give a fuck with nobody. I ain't scared of no Suns. I ain't scared of no Lakers. I ain't scared of Dame in Milwaukee. I ain't scared of none of that shit. Because if Chris Paul can do what he can do with our second unit, ain't nobody beating us. I'm sorry, bro. We have the best. We literally, think about this. If you go top 5 guards right now, we have 3 of them. 3. And I'm saying 3 because we got Clay. I'm still saying Clay's top. I know Clay's a little off. You know what I'm saying? I get it right now, but all time he's a top. So, but if you want to say right now, yeah, maybe people will say he's outside the top 5. But in my eyes, we have 3. We have Steph, we have Clay, we have fucking Chris Paul. There's no reason why we should not be showing out and doing good. At the end of the day, this is going to give us a chance and show the league we can win on the road, because that was our only issue last year, winning on the road. We couldn't win on the road. And if we can turn around with Chris Paul, we still had a shit ton of turnovers in those other games. I'm gonna be real with you, but I see what he's doing. And if he can unlock these young dudes, my Jesus, bro, I see us getting one more. That's how it is. I'm not even being a fan. I'm being realistic, man.
Okay, so yes, you were 100% right. I wasn't on the Chris Paul deal when it first happened, but now that I'm starting to see it in preseason, and every interview Steve Kerr has done, anybody in the front office, they're saying how much Chris Paul has done for Kuminga, right? And how much he's going to just unlock him and let him do his thing. And like you said, like you pointed out, he's letting him handle the ball, which, no shade to Jordan Poole, he was never going to let Kuminga handle the ball and create and expand his game, right? So in that sense, it's going to work. So I do worry sometimes, and I'm actually going to go to the other side of that preseason game because I saw Victor Wembanyama last night, and I don't know what I'm watching when I watch him because we've never seen it before. And that first half, not even the first half, the first 6 minutes of the game was the craziest thing I've ever seen. He was blocking, dunking, and shooting all in the same first 6 minutes, and everybody was just like looking at, like, I remember he hit an and one over Clay, and Clay looked at him and started laughing, like, what is this?
What the fuck
because
am I supposed to do?
Nobody's seen this, bro. Like, I'm ready to say it. I'm here, and I'm gonna be the first one to say he will be the best player in the NBA in 3 to 4 years. I'm ready to say.
You know the funny shit is, from our first 2 episodes, I ate my words already, bro.
Yeah, you said you ate it. And let me actually call out our friend Lenny real quick. Let me call him out because I remember we was watching the first Summer League game. He was out here. We was at a bar watching the Summer League game. And Victor didn't look that great. The lady was like,
on that head,
he's like, man, like, you know, and I was just like, wait, already? I was like, already?
Bro, so, he last night watching how he changed shots, watching how he was moving. Did you see the play where they ran like a screen, like a slip screen, and they tried to throw a oop to him? And he almost like caught it backwards. Like I was over here looking like, fuck.
Yeah. Like he don't even know the game yet, like the NBA game.
That's why I'm mad. I'm like, hey, Victor. Shout out to you for making me eat my words already. But my boy, like, hey, chill out, bro. We need to win one more before you start fucking shit up.
We better get it soon. We better get it. We better get it
the fuck out, B. God, dude. When I seen him, he hit that in the game before. I can't remember who he played. They gave him the ball. He came out court. He took it under the legs, hit another one, drove drove inside paint. Hit a stop, step back, pull up, hit the midi. I was over here like, are we watching a taller version of KD right now?
See, normally, yeah, but that's the thing because normally big men don't have the actual like touch and the actual the feet to be able to move. Like you see, like Porzingis, he's not able to move like that, but he moves like a KD, which is nuts at 7'5". So I'm just saying I can't wait to see him too. But back to the Warriors real quick. The Clay situation is scary to me. Yeah, it's really scary because he's coming into a contract year, and I don't know. They're saying there's a lot of rumors out there that the talks for the contract extension is not going well. Bob Myers is on TV saying that's a big reason why he left, because he didn't want to have to deal with this kind of stuff. So there's a lot going on. So I just want to see where it's going to go, and I hope they get it situated, man, because Clay deserves to finish his career in San Francisco. So
Clay definitely deserves to finish his career in San Francisco, and at the end of the day, we owe him money just how we owed Dre, which is what we did. I think the contract. I think if Clay was smart, regardless of how this season goes, he would just play the season and not worry about that. Because at the end of the day, we have enough love and respect for Clay to try to get him the most money that we can get him, and also keep a solid competitive team. Because the last thing we want to do is pay him, pay Dre, pay Steph, but turn around and be a mediocre team for the rest of the years of them being here. We still want to be able to compete when we have those three. And I think Clay needs to understand that. And I think the other thing Clay needs to understand is you're still trying to get back to who you were. And I think that it sucks, but it's the truth. And we are in the NBA, and that's how money works. I think he should not worry about that and treat it how a lot of other people treat their contract years, and play the hardest that they can, because usually people that do that, they ball out and they get their bag at the end of the season.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Contract year is normally a lot of people's best. Like if you even go back to football, Josh Jacobs last year, he was trying to get that contract. They ball out. Yeah.
So I think he just needs to go play and stop worrying about everything. I think that's what Clay's game right now. What Clay's issue is, he's not playing. He's worried about everything else besides playing. You know what I'm saying? He's letting everything get to his head. Like even last year when we went to the game 6 against the Lakers, I've never seen Clay post anything about him being game 6 Clay, and he posted that shit all week. And that nigga turned out to be game 2 Clay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're thinking too much.
Go ahead.
And I'm only saying this because I love Clay. I love him. Like, I've loved Clay since he came in. So I just want him to go back to being the dude on the court who hit a 3 and walk backwards smiling and laughing because he knows. You know?
Yeah.
So
yeah. We'll see, man. So much to go into the Warriors. Again, they open the season on Tuesday. KD's coming to the Bay with his new crew. We got Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, new coach.
I think we about to smoke them boys.
Here's the thing. They have no point guard on the entire roster. Not one. Devin Booker is listed as their starting point guard. So that's the only thing that it doesn't make sense to me. I've never seen an NBA team. This is a new year, 2023, but I've never seen an NBA team have no point guards on the roster. So
I think we about to smoke them. I think we're gonna smoke them. I think I honestly think it's gonna be a humble beginning for them boys. I'm gonna be real with you.
Does KD get booed? This is his first time back in the Bay actually playing with the crowd, because the year he did play was COVID, so there was no fans. And then every time he's come back, he's been hurt, so he hasn't played here at all, not one time. Does he get booed, or does he get a standing ovation? What happens?
Nah, I think I can definitely say one thing about Bay Area, especially Warrior fans. They appreciate everybody that did what they did for us. So I don't see him getting booed unless it's a bunch of haters in the crowd. I don't see him getting booed.
I think they gave him a standing ovation.
Yeah, I think he did enough for us, and I also think everybody also understands him leaving was not I'm just leaving because I want to leave. It was I'm leaving because there's some shit going on and I just don't want to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's a lot going on that year, man.
There's a difference when you leave because you're just chasing shit, or when you're kind of forced out. And I kind of feel like he was a little bit forced out. You know what I'm saying? So
financially, they was, they had to pay some guys. And obviously the Draymond situation happened that year. So we'll see, man. But I'm excited for the year. I'll definitely have my shout out to YouTube. I'm gonna have multiple games on at one time. Any other storylines you want to get? We're gonna be talking about basketball all year, but any other storylines you wanna hit on?
I'm actually really interested in the Jordan Poole storyline is a big one for me, but I'm not 100% worried about that. I'm actually really interested in the Clippers this year. I want to know what's gonna happen. Like, are you guys gonna keep holding on to this dream of these two taking you there, Or are you guys finally done with this shit and you're gonna let these niggas go and just rebuild? Because I feel that PG and Kawhi Leonard, amazing. If they were to be fully healthy and play full seasons, I definitely agree with what a lot of people say. That's probably one of the harder teams to beat. But at the end of the day, both of these fools don't know how to stay healthy, and they both don't know how to play a full season. And you're never gonna get something. So are we gonna keep holding on to a fucking dream, or are we actually gonna move on and let them go move on? And also, for PG, not even for Kawhi, for PG, are you gonna give it up and go join a team that can really use you and win it? Like my whole thing is, and this is the biggest thing I've said this shit, and I've never seen nobody say this take, and I want people to hear me out, and I'm gonna fucking promote the fuck out of this shit. PG should go to Miami.
Okay.
PG goes to Miami. I promise you, they will be in a final with a chance to win more than they've been there.
Okay.
My PG is Miami is missing PG. That would probably put them over the hump. PG to Miami, I think, would be way, way, way more better than Dame going to Miami.
Okay. So, okay, I'm gonna remember that. I feel like I kind of know where the Clippers are going with this. They have a new stadium that's opening up next season, like 2 lights down from SoFi.
Yeah.
They're not gonna come into that stadium with a rebuild team, and they're not coming in with guys that are hurt. They're about to go get somebody before next season starts. So
easily.
There's a couple guys that I already feel like will be gone from their situations next year. Starting with Julius Randle, I see him being out of here. Donovan Mitchell, I see him getting traded this year. The reason why is his contract situation is he's not re-signing. Well, he's not re-signing, so I already know. And then the Ja situation in Memphis. If he has one more incident this year,
he gone.
After this 25-game suspension, you're telling me they're not going to try to move him somewhere?
Move him? I don't even know if he's going to still be in the league.
Okay, but Memphis will give up on him if he has one more thing. Yeah. I promise you. So
I feel a Gilbert Arenas situation going on with that.
Okay. So I'm just saying, if he has, obviously he's going to miss 25 games, and then after that we'll see what happens. But if he has another issue, I'm telling you now, Clippers call, or Trae Young in Atlanta. I'm telling you, they're going to come back with somebody, bro, because they're not going to start. They're not going to start with that.
And I fully believe that too, what you're saying. It's like, for me, it's like, what are they going to do? They're going to hold on to Kawhi forever? Because at the end of the day,
they're going to come in with somebody, a new hot name to start that new stadium.
I don't think there's a team in the league that wants Kawhi right now.
It would be Paul George, like you said. It would definitely be Paul George, for sure.
So, I hope. I feel bad for the Clippers, bro. Like, they forever have just been runner-ups, like forever. Like
I think they missed their chance, man. I think it's over.
They didn't miss it. We took it.
The window was like this, and it just closed so quick. You know, we had a couple down years that they had a chance, but it's over.
Yeah.
All right, so like you said, we're gonna talk about basketball year, so we don't have to, but we back. We back.
All year basketball's back. This is how me and Jerm met, so this is gonna be crazy.
I'm so excited for basketball, bro.
I'm excited too, man. I'm just excited to actually be, and I promised myself this year I'm gonna be 1,000 times more in tune with the season than I was last year. I was very turned off basketball last year.
There we go. Okay. All right, so we're gonna switch gears, man. So there's this album that was that came out that we've actually had a chance, and I'm glad we haven't talked about it, because it gave me a chance to actually sit with it for a couple weeks and play it a couple times in different times. Like the first night it came out. Actually, I didn't listen to it the first night, but that weekend I listened to it, and then we talked about it. You're like, okay, you wanted to sit with it for a little bit more, but anytime Drake drops something, it's a news story, right? Yeah. Anytime Kendrick drops something, it's a news story. Anytime Cole drops something, but this time it was Drake. For All the Dogs came out, like, I think it was 3 weeks ago at this point, maybe 2 weeks ago. But you got a chance to listen to it. I'm gonna let you go first. You've made music. All I've done is take a music class in high school and tapped around on GarageBand a little bit. So what's your thoughts? And I'm gonna give you my opinion, just somebody who actually listens to a lot of music. But what's your opinion on For All the Dogs?
So I was scrolling, right? I'm sorry, I was scrolling, and the other day I rode past a little video of a girl talking about how she was a Drake fan, talking about how Drake lost her as a fan because
I saw that video. Yeah,
what he's been doing.
Mm-hmm.
And when she said that, I was like, tripping. Like, come on, bro. This is Drake we talking about. Like, at the end of the day, like, it ain't no missing. So, talking to you I think I talked to you like the next day after I seen that. And then you told me. I said, okay, all right, fuck it. I'm going to give it a chance. Didn't do it that day. Didn't do it the next day. I went to work. I had a day at work where I was sitting in the office all day. Had a lot of things to do. I said, okay, I'm going to listen to it today. Turn it on. My coworker was actually sitting next to me too. Mm-hmm. Turn it on. Start listening to it. And I was like, okay. All right. 3-4 songs in, I was like, bro, what the fuck am I fucking listening to, bro? What the fuck, bro? Besides the Cole song, the song with Cole, they lyrically they fucking went bananas. I'll give them that. That shit was, the singer J. Cole is out for heads, bro. And I'm gonna be real with you. I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but the song with Sexy Red and SZA, I actually kind of like it. Like, I kind of like it, bro. Like, it's growing on me. I'll give him that. Okay. Everything else, I hit next.
Okay, now pause for a second because, and I want to make sure. I think I've asked you this in the past, but I just want to make sure since we're talking about music, there is 23 songs.
23. I probably listened to a minute of each song.
Okay, but how many songs do you need to like in a 23 song album to say it's a good album?
What did I say last time? It was
I think you said about 70%.
No, I think I said 70%.
Okay.
I said 70%. Nigga, so I didn't even get to 30. I didn't even get to 30.
Okay.
I think this is one of those albums where Drake is selling this album off his name. I ain't dropped the album in a minute. I'm doing a tour. My name's all in the fucking headlines. Because of my son dropping this video and like just everything going on right now. My tours are going crazy because bitches is throwing bras on the fucking stage and it's hella funny. And the album with 21 was booming. Like, I think the album with 21 was the shit, to be honest. I felt like he tried to do something he shouldn't have did. He didn't have to do. Like, he tried to adopt the flows of these other rappers. He tried to show them he could do their shit. He tried to, like, a lot of it, like, I was listening to shit, I was like, bro, this ain't you. Like, this ain't you. Like, this ain't the person that came to be one of the greatest musicians that we've seen. You're either complacent as fuck or you're trying to show these other bum ass fucking rappers that you can do what they can do too. And at the end of the day, nigga, you can't. Let them bum ass niggas do they bum shit. And you go back to doing what the fuck you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Lyrically showing us who you are and musically showing us that you can make music. Not this stupid fucking shit that I've been listening to for the past fucking 5 years. Like, it made me upset.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start with the negatives first, and and then I'll go to the positives. I went to his concert this year when he came to LA, and I was really surprised with the age group that was in that building. Let me just say that.
So much
I felt like I was at least 7-8 years older than everybody in there, at least. So,
like grandpapa,
bro, and Joe Budden, who is, has a large platform, basically said, you're not talking to 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds anymore. You're talking to the kids, right? Real. And he is. So it's not for me. These songs aren't for us. So I got it. But if you want to stay relevant, you have to like do those type of songs, right? Because
does he?
If you talk about old shit, if you talk about old stuff, it's not for us. And that's how you start to lose a fan base. Like if like Nas, like Nas has put like 4 albums out in the last like 2 years, right? The kids aren't listening to that because we know he's talking about adult stuff. He's talking about grown stuff now, and the kids aren't trying to hear that. So that's like the reason why I feel like Drake is doing, not the only reason, but I feel like that's a big reason why he wants to stay relevant with the kids.
Okay, I agree with that. But what day and age is the reason why you blew up? It wasn't them fucking kids.
Yeah.
It was us. So
but we were kids. We were kids.
But we were kids with a more advanced fucking musical knowledge than what's going on around right now. You know what I'm saying?
They stream and they're gonna make a TikTok like the Sexy Red. They're already the videos are going crazy of the Sexy Red song, and it is catchy.
It is. So and that's why. That's why I said I liked it though. I liked that.
He's winning in that.
Cool.
You can already see the videos.
At the end of the day, how much are you gonna sit here and not be yourself just to sell records? You are rich as fuck. You don't have to do that. You the main reason why the Jay-Z's of the world, I'll even give it to Rick Ross. Some of these dudes who are in the game, they don't give a fuck about that kid shit. They don't care. Let the kids do what the kids do. Because at the end of the day, they know that what's going on with the music era right now with the kids, it ain't gonna last. It ain't.
The music industry is messed up completely anyway because they're all making music for viral TikToks and viral contents in general. Like that's what they're making music for. So he's playing the game. That's really so like I understand what he's playing the game, and that sucks because I agree. I'm a Drake fan. I wanted the old stuff, but like I think that guy he's not around no more. So he said he's taking a break. And we might not see him for a while. And I think it's like, yes, I agree. I think it's time. Take a sabbatical.
I think you need to take it. Take a break. Go listen to the old Drake that we fell in love to. Go listen to the nigga that everybody respected. Even the gangsters respected. You know what I'm saying? Now you got these gangster niggas looking at you like, so I'm looking at this nigga. Like I'm like, come on.
The Bad Bunny song, no shade. I was lost, bro. I was lost. I went to click on it. I was like, let me see what he did with Bad Bunny. Let me see. Yeah, no. But let me go with the positives. Let me just. I like the stuff he's doing with his son. Now I'm not saying I'm not saying the bars are nice or nothing, but I like the content he's doing with his son. Like when he came on that song with Daylight with his little 4 bars, like I thought that was dope. And then the music video, they playing basketball. I think that's dope. I can see them coming out, at his next show and everybody knowing that little bar that he had. So I think that part was cool.
Yes. And I appreciate that. I love that. That's amazing. That is, I'm not taking away anything from that. But the rest of it is just like Drizzy, man. Come on. You already considered the GOAT. Don't lose that shit by doing shit that you ain't supposed to be doing. You don't need to impress these little kids. You don't need to impress these fools. They gonna go to your show regardless. Just to turn around and sing sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on.
He didn't even, that's crazy because he didn't even do those like at his last show, which is it sucks to see. So I'm gonna just say 1 through 23. I think he started out okay. 1 through 6. I was like, okay.
They're all
1 through 7, and then after that, I was lost. I was lost.
I go lie. I literally lasted until the Sexy Red song because
that's good.
I wanted to hear it.
Yeah,
but I'll be real with you. Every song leading up to that, besides maybe the J. Cole song and I skipped the Bad Bunny song instantly. I ain't gonna lie to you. Everything else I maybe played a minute.
Okay, that's fair.
And that was just because I was like, it just got annoying to me. And then I was just like, I was getting upset. Like, I was like,
so if you can go back to it at some point, because the first time I listened to it, and normally Drake songs, you hear it instantly, you're like, oh, this is a hit. Because that's normally how they used to be. And I didn't get that a lot. And that's maybe why I'm frustrated. So if you can go back to it in the future, I think it might grow on you because it grew on me a little. It grew on me a little bit.
I'll give it another shot.
Okay.
But I promise you, that definitely wasn't one of those, when you yelled at me about downloading whole albums, I for sure didn't download that much.
Okay. Fair. But like you said, he's trying to talk to the kids. So
yeah,
do your thing, brother. Do your thing.
I get what he's doing. So
we'll see you in 2026, hopefully.
I hope so. And I hope I get the bars back.
Yeah. All right, man. So it's time for viral video of the week, man. Last week we introduced this viral video where we just see something that caught our attention and we want to talk about it. I feel like I should kick this off. I feel like I like your video a little bit more than mine. So let me start off with mine. Are we playing mine or are we just gonna talk about it?
We're gonna play both.
Okay.
And honestly, I wanted to touch on this. I mean, I didn't say this last week. To everybody that actually listens to the podcast, I also want you guys to understand we do have a YouTube channel where you can see all these things. I know some of you guys probably that listen kind of got a little confused about what we're playing and I don't know what's going on. So we are playing viral videos for the YouTube content. I am playing it so you can hear what is being said. Of course, you can't see it. Hopefully you can search out the video and see what we're talking about. But this is also something like at the end of the day, I want everybody to do the podcast, listen to what we got to say, but the YouTube is there for everybody that likes visuals. People love visuals. I know y'all want to see my handsome face, you know what I'm saying? Jeremy ain't the only cute nigga around here, you know what I'm saying? But there's a YouTube channel, y'all, so do tune in when you get a chance. If you just want to, if you hear something that if you heard something that you may want to see our face reactions, pull up the YouTube, you can get to that thing. I just want people to know that. But yes, we're gonna go on to the next one. Jeremy, do you want to explain it a little bit before I play?
Yeah. So I should explain it for the people that's not watching on YouTube. So this is a video of a man running into Jay-Z. It looks like an airport to me from what I'm looking at. I can't really tell. It does look like an airport. It looks like an airport, right? And
or like a Vegas hotel.
Okay, or like a Vegas hotel. It does look like Jay-Z's moving around a little bit. It doesn't look like it's just like a regular restaurant or anything. So there's obviously been this long conversation about what would you do? Would you rather take the $500,000 or have dinner with Jay-Z? It's been a long conversation about this topic. So let's see what this man has to say.
All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go.
You feel me? Yep.
Let me start this.
Hey, Hov, I'm taking that $500K. I ain't taking that dinner. I'm taking that $500K. You feel me? Hey, it's love though. You feel me? Yep. Hey, Hov, I'm taking that $500K.
All right. So look, before we go on, let me tell you the funniest thing about this video when I watched it and laughed. Hov locate wanted to tell that nigga, you tripping, right?
He also want to say, I don't give a damn. He also want to say that too. Right?
You wouldn't have that opportunity anyway.
Yeah, like great. Congratulations to you. You don't want to have dinner with me. Great. So the reason why I'm bothered by this video, it's not even the fact that he's choosing the money, because I think a lot of people would choose the money. That's just a whole other conversation. In the moment, if I see Jay-Z and he's in this type of space with me, there's no way that's what I'm saying to him. Because it felt like he was just trying to do that for content. And I'm just like,
that's what it was.
We got to be better.
That you can,
bro, do you know how quick I would have went to like an elevator pitch and like told him like what I've done in my career, and I would try to have like set some type of meeting with him? Or can I at least get a contact info from like your assistant? Like, you don't get that chance any day of the week. But if you just around Jay-Z all the time, maybe you're comfortable like that. I just feel like, bro, the content got to stop at some point, and you got to be able to just like sell yourself on something, bro. Like, I don't care if you want to take the money. I probably would take the money too.
All right, look. So you touched on that portion, which I completely agree with.
Go ahead. That's crazy to me that he said
that. I am gonna speak on where homeboy is coming from. If this meeting ain't finna make me more than 500K, give me my motherfucking money. That's my thing.
That's fair.
Because if you have a chance to sit down with Jay-Z for a meeting, and this meeting is about him trying to help you elevate your life and your career, wherever you're doing, put you in a position to win, put you in a position to make some money, I'm with it. I'm 100% with it. I'm gonna make more than 500K off that meeting. But if this is one of those, you're a fan, you win a contest, you win a dinner with Jay-Z, and you know Jay-Z's gonna really treat you like, oh yeah, we talk about his album, his shit, everything he done, and we ain't talking about no business, no moves, no nothing, man. Fuck that dinner. Give me a bottle of Ace of Spades. Let's go to the club. Give me this $500K. Let's enjoy the night. So I can say I party with Jay-Z. Let's just that's just really what it is for me. I feel where the dude is coming from.
100%. I see what you're saying on that. I just don't understand the moment. The content side of it. But yeah, like you said, 100%.
100%. That moment. That was the wrong moment. It was the wrong moment. For the way that you did.
I'm gonna be ready. I got my resume right here in my phone, bro. Who can I send this to?
Right here. And that's how I feel.
Who's on your team that I could talk to right now?
Exactly. That's exactly how I feel. I feel like I said, and I stand by it. If this meeting ain't gonna make me profit more than shit, if this meeting ain't gonna make me profit more than 100K, I don't want it. Give me my motherfucking money. Let me take that 500K and invest in something that's gonna get me there. But Jay, if you about to put me in a position to win, if you help me out to the point you gonna elevate what's going on with me, if I got something that you want to hear and you feel that I can do something with it, and as a musician, for me, if I have an opportunity to really play you music and sit down and get some game from you, but then also you have a chance to help me elevate my musical career, not just listen to what I gotta listen to, critique me, and then turn around and kick me out the door and go around and talk to your homies like that nigga weak, whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Give me the bag so I can figure out how to turn that bag into more of a bag. That's my only thing. But at the end of the day, the situation where it is, you can honestly tell that Jay-Z had no intent of talking to this dude. He had no intent of talking. He was going somewhere. He's on a mission.
I mean, if you're coming at me like this, Jay-Z, you're coming to Jay-Z like this, bro. He's already not trying to talk to you. You know what I mean?
It's disrespectful.
His energy is already gonna be different. But all right, that's it. That's my video for the week, man. What you got for us?
Yeah, that's it. I feel you. So my video we're gonna go on to. I've actually been saying this a lot. A lot of people that watch this channel, a lot of my friends, they know here. I'm a big fisherman. I'm a fisherman. I've been fishing for years. It's something that I picked up. I love it as a pastime. So the video that I have here is something that's been sent to me. It's a video of a father taking his dad out. A father taking his son out and his friend out fishing. And we'll get into it. Pretty much the kid gets hooked onto a pretty big fish. You just see the excitement from the father, and then I'll elaborate more on it. But this is a very wholesome video. It really tugged at the heartstrings for me. So let's get into this one. Let's get into this one. All right.
Set the hook. Stay on him, son. Come on. Hold up. Let me tighten this up. Oh gosh, that's a good one. Come on. Stay on him, son. Come on, stay on it. Come on.
That fish almost took that boy
into
the
really.
water.
Come on. Right back. Let it pull you in. Come on. Real, son. That's a big one. Come on. Stay on him. Don't let him jump. Come on, son. Yeah! Let's freaking go, boy!
Yeah.
Let's go! Come on, boy! Yeah!
Oh, man.
Let's go, kid! Let's go, buddy! Look at that. Let's get him in the middle of the floor. Oh, my gosh, son.
That shit was
What a freaking giant.
That's one of the biggest basses I've ever seen.
Hey! Let's go, baby! Give me 5. See what happens when attitude changes and you just fish?
So,
sheesh, that's dope.
So, like, for me to just elaborate on this video, being a fisherman, not just being a fisherman, man, just being somebody, see how the kids are, man. Actually, I'm gonna talk to this as a fisherman first. As a fisherman, you need to understand fishing is not easy. You can go out, have a good time, but it's called fishing, not catching. And I think people need to understand that. There's times you can go out there and spend 8 hours and not get a goddamn thing. You can go out there for days and not get one little nibble. You know what I'm saying? You are watching water at this point. You know what I'm saying? You getting a workout because you just throwing a line out and reeling it back all day. And your attitude when you're out there fishing is one big line his dad said. You see how it is when your attitude changes and you just fish. Positive vibes and good feelings and knowing that you're just out there to fish and not catch and to have a good time shifts the momentum. I don't know if it's the fish know it or the vibe. I don't know. It's something that I can't even tell you as a fisherman, but it hurts. It works. And you can see how how excited the dad got. you know, how juiced the father was to see his son, you know, do something that the father really enjoys, but his son to really, really, really like do good at that. You know what I'm saying? To enjoy it. And did you see the smile on the kid's face to see how much he pleased his father in that moment? But I think what I want people to realize, and I know a lot of kids don't listen to this, but our excitement isn't because of you succeeding. Our excitement is because you trusted us and you told, you know, you trusted what he was telling you and you gave it your all. And look at what you did. Look at the result. When I tell y'all, that is probably one of the biggest bass I've ever seen. And it's just the whole point of it. It was cool to see. It was funny. The kid almost got ripped in by the fish. That's why I knew it was a big fish, because the kid almost
That's
went
crazy.
overboard. Yeah, it was crazy. But just the
Was
whole excitement, man.
Is it really that much?
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, bro, bass fishing is the biggest thing of fishing in the world. And these
So that
tournaments,
fish could be 6 figures potentially.
6 figures, 6 figures.
6 figures
In a tournament, and after this is over, I'll send you a couple little things that I watch. Bro, there's tournaments that are for 6 figures, and that fish would have won him the tournament.
Wow.
Dead serious. Like, and that's how it is. Go ahead.
Well, the only thing I was gonna say is, like, I just feel like that kid is probably going to be a fisherman for the rest of his life. Even if it's like, I just feel like having that moment with his dad, he's probably like, that's probably going to change how he looks at fishing. Yeah. That's the best moment probably he's never going to forget that moment. So
that's how I got locked in.
Yeah,
So when I first started fishing, I was a grown man. I actually went with my cousin, Lewis Braxton. Shout out to my cousin, Lou Bifo. I love him to death. He's the one who put me on the fishing. He took me out. I never went. I've gone, but never really seriously gone. Actually, it's my first time I went. Bought my pole, bought hella stuff, you know. And I went with him. We were having a bad day. We weren't catching nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I, you know, kind of got a little stank attitude about it. It was hella bad. And then he kind of did the same thing. You know, gave me some advice, told me some things. They were fishing, throw it out, and I hooked into a big one, like a big trout. It's probably the biggest trout, bro. It's actually still my biggest trout caught to this day. And we hook it out, and it's getting me. Like, I was like that little kid. I'm telling you, it was getting me. And I'm pulling it, and Lewis comes over. Oh, you got a big one? Pretty much, it was a mirror of that situation that we just watched. And we catch it, everything, and then we caught the fish. And my cousin was so excited, bro, and like so happy, and just the vibe he gave me, and it's how it felt. It felt so good, because at the end of the day, you know, we were going through some things as friends, and it just helped us come back to each other, and just seeing how happy it made him. It was like, damn, this is crazy. And he understood the process of fishing, and it hooked me, bro. Ever since then, I was hooked, bro. I was just hooked on fishing, just because of the excitement and how it is, knowing that I did that. I put something together, threw it out there, fished it, caught the fish, and I battled them, and I won that battle. So it's a great thing to experience. And I just like people to understand that that's the main reason why I got so into fishing, because it's something that you go out and you never know what's going to happen. But as long as you go out and you try, you're never going to succeed if you don't try. And that's what fishing is. You're never going to catch anything. You're never going to do anything if you don't put the line in the water. You're never going to catch anything. You never do anything if you get out there and you start throwing them out, right? So that's what that video meant a lot to me. I had a lot of friends sent me that, you know, fishing, like, you in your future is something like this. And it definitely tugged on some heartstrings, but it was just one of those things where, man, I had to share that video, man. It was just, it's an amazing experience. And I hope that kid had just as much excitement as his father did at the end of it, going home to tell his mom what happened. I hope the dad didn't show the mom the video right away, because that little kid almost ended up in the lake. I ain't gonna lie. And I know a lot of the women I know that watched that video and showed it to me and told me a lot of things like, man, is this really how it is? Am I gonna fall in? Like, but man,
that's dope, man. Yes, shout out to that. That was a really good. I'm glad you shared that, because again, it's the positive vibes of it.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. And like I said, to everybody out there, if you've never fished, man, you got a friend that does it, ask him to take you, enjoy it, feel it one time. Just go out and just.
I need a vest though. I need a vest.
I got you, B. It's good. I got you. Don't even.
I need a vest.
And regardless, I can swim, so I got you. You know it's good. I'll take you out, man. And it's a great time. The scenery's great. It's an amazing thing. It's a chill thing. Time goes by, and at the end of the day, man, you get to go out with your homies to get drunk and sit there and have an excuse to not be around everybody else.
Yep. So So we're gonna end on a couple of things before we didn't touch on. Real quick, shout out to the Las Vegas Aces for going back to back on the WNBA Finals. I got to shout out Becky Hammond, the coach. She's a legend, and she's a Hall of Fame player, and now she's gonna be a Hall of Fame coach. To be honest with you, man, I don't see how she doesn't have a NBA head coaching job at this point. So I just want to shout out the Aces, Asia Wilson, Kelsey Plum, Chelsea Gray, all them. I'm a fan. And y'all better stop playing with these WNBA players, man. Because I feel like the WNBA is coming. Like, y'all better start watching. I know there's a lot of sports on, but I'm telling you, it's growing. They had the Barclays Center sold out, bro. That thing looks sold out for the finals. Y'all better stop playing, man. I'm telling you.
I'm not gonna go too into it. Honestly, maybe we'll do a little segment more on WNBAs next week. Just to kind of I don't want to go too much farther onto where we're at, but hey, shout out to Vegas, man. Honestly, shout out to every team in Vegas besides us right now, winning ships with, you know what I'm saying? Everybody out there winning ships but us. But it's okay. Nice. I respect it. Respect it. I thank you. Thank you, Las Vegas Aces, for doing something. Not from Vegas, but from the town, but salute. Asia Wilson, you are a baller. Becky, you're right. You do deserve an NBA job, but I think right now the NBA is not ready for a woman head coach to come in and make some waves. I think if you come in, you're going to make some wins. It's going to be some crazy thing. But shout out to Las Vegas Aces, man. That is just amazing to see. I did watch a little bit of it. It's cool to see. It's cool to see women's basketball, honestly, flourishing. And that's the most amazing thing. Because at the end of the day, I know some women that'll go to a gym and give half you niggas buckets.
Yeah, so, y'all better stop trying to think y'all beat them.
Yeah, I know some women that show up to a gym and give you buckets.
Wilson, yeah, you just run into them at
buckets, dropping you off. Definitely want. That's the last thing. But before we get out of here, I definitely want to, and I mean, Jeremy talked about this. We definitely want to touch base about what's going on over there in Europe. It's sad to see. In this world, as much as we've been coming together in this world, I still see the shit ton of division and watching kids die and families die because of people fighting over things that at the end of the day right now, we shouldn't be fighting over territories and things like that. We've already established that years ago with the world wars we had a long time ago. I think people need to be happy with what they have and live in what they have and just accept everybody else for who they are. And I think that's the one thing about this world that people are still having a trouble, I want to say, accepting for people for who they are and what they are and just allowing them to live their own life. And it's sad to see. I've seen a shit ton of videos of kids dying, and I don't want to get too emotional because it is sucked to see. And no kid deserves to not be able to live their life because a bunch of grown ass adults don't know how to talk out their issues. And that's how I feel like this whole thing is. We live in a world in a day and age nowadays that at the end of the day, like, you know, it's 2000 and about to be 24. Like, man, every relationship is interracial, every family's interracial. People live in countries that they ain't never been in. Let's just love each other, man. Like, what's stopping that? I think this world would last another 100,000 years if people would learn to love each other and stop fighting. Like, and I realize that. Don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? We love boxing matches, fights like that, but those are organized things. But fights for no reason where people are dying and losing their lives and they're have nothing to do with it, it's just unfair.
Yeah, I just think we all just need to educate ourselves a little bit more, like what's going on over there. And, you know, being from the Bay and being from Fremont, I think we have a lot of friends that are, you know, from the Middle East and everything that's going on in Israel and everything that's going on. You know, I can take the time to ask questions because a lot of people ask questions for me when like the Black Lives Matter movement was going on, and they saw how passionate I was about that. Like I was in the streets. Like, you know, so people ask questions, and I don't feel like it's like a dumb thing to ask questions to get more education on it, right? Like what's going on? Like, why are you passionate about it? You're posting about it all the time. Like, ask a question. Like, what's going on over there? Like, they're not going to be like, and you don't know what's going on. Like, no, it's okay to ask. So I feel like we all just need to educate ourselves. Ask somebody if you see somebody post like, hey, what's going on over here? Like, how do we get like a resolution to this? But we're so like, we're just not in a good place, bro, in this world.
We're not.
So,
we're not.
But yeah,
so
man.
Everybody listening to this,
Just
if
educate
you have
yourself.
a friend, educate yourself. If you have a friend that posted it or is from the Middle East and understands what's going on, ask them, because a lot of them also, they have family that's over there. They have people that's over there that they're worried about, and sometimes they just want somebody to talk to. And I've already had that happen at work, with people that I know. So I really hope things situate themselves and we don't have to keep dealing with wars, because war after war after war is just getting tired. And at the end of the day, we're already on a planet that is already having its own issues of surviving, and we're not making it any better by fighting on it. And at the end of the day, I would like my kids and my kids' kids to be able to enjoy what I've been able to enjoy growing up. And if we keep doing what we're doing, we're not going to have it. So everybody in this world, wake up.
Yeah. No, you're right. I appreciate you saying that. Let's end on a positive note. I want to, pick us up a little bit. I want to shout out my mom. She retired last week from work. I got to spend an afternoon with her while I was in San Francisco last week working. So took her to eat and just said, congratulations. I remember a couple of times I got suspended from school, just had to spend a day. She worked the same job my whole life. So, I knew her coworkers. So, spending a couple of days up there when I would get in trouble at school and, just coming up there. So, hope she enjoys retirement, man. I think we all looking forward to retirement. She's going to Hawaii tomorrow. I need to call her. So,
your mom living her life.
Congratulations, Mom. That's it. Want to end positively.
Congratulations, Mom. Me too. Want to end positively. You deserve it. And all you moms out there, we love y'all. Understand that you guys have a very, very, you guys do a lot for us as young men growing up and teach us a lot of lessons. So honestly, just shout out to your mom for grinding and doing what she did. Because I know your life. What we did. We played a lot of sports and a lot of things, and moms make a lot of sacrifices. Yeah. So shout out to your mom. Shout out to all the moms, and we definitely gonna end on that positive note. So with that being said, you know what it is. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Turn on those notifications on. Tap in with us through the DMs like you guys have been. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about. We're always here. If you got a viral video you want us to go over, hey, send it over, because we're always here for it. But I appreciate every single person that taps in. Once again, you guys, please remember, man, care about the next man, because you never know when that next man is going to be there to be able to care for you. With that being said, this is no more timeouts. We check in out, boy. Peace.